calling to the faraway towns. Now war is declared and battle come down. London calling to the underworld. Come out of the...
Hey everyone, it's me, James, and today I would call this a special shave. This is Thursday. What's today? The 4th of June 2015. And yesterday I got a special visit from Mr. Noob himself, Mike Perry, and his family. They were coming back from a family vacation, coming back through my area here in the Memphis area on their way back home. And they met up, ate some pizza with us at a local joint, and continued on their way. It was awesome meeting up with Mike and his family, and just Mike, your generosity from your family, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Your friendship is special, and thank you to you, your bride, and your kids. So, on his way back, what he was able to do for me is he brought a lot of goodies, which in the beginning of this video I just kind of have an overall shot. But soaps, aftershave, cologne type things, things that don't necessarily mesh to his needs, and also he brought back my Mongoose. Yay! So I got my Mongoose in hand and it's ready to go for a shave. So I have a blade in here. Well, as you can see from that slide, if you paid attention to it at the beginning of the video, lots of stuff in there. But something that David Gonzalez, So Sharp David G, had mentioned when he was doing Spanish Fig and Nutmeg from Bathhouse, and that's, you know, he's interested in knowing more about things that are not so common. And in our market, I'm going to do something that Mike brought me that's not so common, and that is from, this is kind of like a Walgreens Rite Aid in the UK, Boots. And this is their original shaving bowl with their soap in it. Now, one thing, I couldn't find anything online that describes the soap from the official sources. So I'm going to read here real quick. I know it's kind of a drag, but this is the best I can do. It's not a telebase, so I'm going to read you what it is. And the Boots Company PLC, Nottingham, England, www.boots.com, made in the UK. Ingredients: potassium palmate, sodium palmate, potassium stearate, potassium palm kernelate, sodium stearate, sodium palm kernelate, glycerin, aqua, palm kernel acid, dipropylene glycol, parfum, pentasodium pentatate, tetrasodium etidronate, something like that, and limonone, and I think this is just something else, but it has something that says CI 77891, and this is a 100-gram container. Came in this bag, harmonically sealed, and I opened it up because I just been sniffing it. It's got like a light cologne type scent. I wouldn't call it heavy. Like a 4 out of 10 to me, but it really smells unique. You know, I haven't smelled anything quite like this in anything from our stores, you know, that we have here. unique for a shaving soap, but yet something about it kind of smells familiar to me, but I can't pinpoint it. But the cologne scent has like some what I would call like citrus elements to it. And if I were to guess, I would say it's probably supposed to kind of remind you of a type of barbershop scent. And the only thing is, just from smelling it, I cannot smell any like with a lot of barbershop components that I've smelled that kind of have like that talc powdery type influence on it, and I don't get that from this. It is a hard soap, and so it's very hard. Can't really press it down much further in this plastic bowl that it comes with, but still pretty nice plastic bowl. And what I'm going to do for men is I'm going to let this bloom for a little bit. I already washed up, but I'm going to pause and then come back. But before I do that, just kind of reading, smelling, sniffing through, and I think the platinum, the fine platinum, will go well with this. So that's what I'm going to use for the aftershave. And the brush, well, you know, had to make it as British as possible. So I'll be using the P8, the Shave Knuckle limited edition brush made by Simpsons. So there you go. That's what I'll be using for my brush. And all right, shaverage. Don't judge me. I'm out of work. I'll be drinking some 1792 bourbon. Cheers to Mrs. Noob. Kind of peppery but sweet. What I would call vanilla. Vanilla. Tastes like vanilla, kind of. Which is the only way I like to go with anything like this. If you don't have a slight sweetness to it, and if you taste like you came out of the bottom of an oak barrel with moss hanging off the end of it, then I don't want it. It's got to have some nice taste to it. So that has nice taste to it and tastes great. All right, so I'm going to do what I said, and I'll be right back. Thank you. All right, I'm back. So I've been letting it bloom, and now I'm going to take my brush out of my holder, shake it out, then squeeze it. And when I soak my Badger brushes, if they're kind of three-banded like this, I basically just go right about there. After I run it under water, the container I put it in, I fill the container up to where it only comes like right there on the brush. And, you know, warmer water towards the hotter side, but not enough to affect anything that might be holding the knot together. Just to make it supple. Alright, so now I'm going to take this bloom water, pour it off in there. And because it is kind of like a loose puck, I'm just making sure that some of the stuff that might have went underneath is coming out, and I'll finish the rest of that up after the shave. Alright. Oh, smells good. So basically right now I'm just loading my brush and just want to get it nice and loaded. So what I'm going to do is wet the tips a little, draw out some proto lather. it just a little bit longer. Maybe slightly similar, slightly to German Street from Tobbs. Okay, so there we are on the brush. So I'm going to go with that. There's the proto lather as it's sitting in here. So I'm going to wet my cheeks real quick. All right. Take some of this proto lather. And I gotta say, this bowl is wide enough to pretty much load out of. Of course, your stuff's gonna come over the edge a little bit, but nothing major. All right. Very nice scent. I can see why the everyday English gentleman would like this. Is it alright to say Nottingham, UK, English gentleman, Nottingham? Is that alright? Alright. Set that down. Lather up. Thinking if I should wipe my hands there real quick, but I'm like, why? I'm just gonna get them soapy here. Alright, so right now it's feeling like I loaded plenty. Feeling a little pasty, so I'm gonna go to the bloom water. I gotta say, this is nice and creamy. I'm sure probably Paul H. has done something about this before, being that he likes to sample a lot. Wow. Smells great. Creamy goodness there. Look at that melted ice cream. All right. So, go back into my brush holder. Tips down. Soap tastes like soap no matter what, even if it smells good. Don't eat it. Yeah, it really does kind of remind me of Todd's German Street. All right. Here we go. I'm like a newbie to this. It's been a while. So it sounds like Mike had a great time with his family on vacation, which is always good to hear. And Mike, I wish I had your hair, brother. I'm just kind of entranced. It's such a wonderful shaver. Love the Mongoose. You know, I like a lot of razors. So if I say something's my favorite, doesn't mean that I dislike anything else I have in my arsenal, but this is my favorite safety razor. All right, so that's pass one. Set this to the side. And I don't feel any irritation at all, which is nice. I don't with German Street either, which the scent wise reminds me of. Just very nice, very nice. All right, I'm gonna rinse off real quick and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So residual slickness is nice. Plenty of cushion. Can't really rate it against straight razor shaving, but for safety razor shaving, the lather was definitely staying hydrated enough. Has a good sheen to it. If you blowed it about as long as I didn't time it, but you can see, you know, basically what I was doing. Get my tip sticky, get nice proto lather, creamy proto lather. Um, the volume of the lather was rich, creamy. I liked it a lot. All right. Lather up. You know, as we become a global market, I wonder if there are any partner pharmacies in the U.S. That could carry this, because this is very nice, guys. I think you guys would really like this. I mean, there's very few people, I'm sure, that dislike German Street, and I don't know anybody personally. It's like, oh no, don't want German Street. If anything, most people like the scent, whether or not the cream works for them or soap or whatever. But most people that I know of have agreed that it's a nice scent. And this is pretty close. I don't have any on hand to compare it to, just the aftershave. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right. And here we go. Gonna do a mostly against the grain for my growth. Try to anyway. some of it is cross grain. So this pizza place we ate at, it's one of my personal favorites for the local area. It's called Whaley's. WHALEY''S. My son, who can normally put down pizza, is like decides to eat like a bird. Well, actually not, because birds eat a lot, but he ate light. Wow. I forgot how efficient and smooth these shaves can be with this Joker. Very nice. All right. Very nice. Well, not as to invite any irritation at all, because this is a fantastic shave. And I'd really love to shave again tomorrow. Um, for me, I don't normally shave this early in the day, so if I do an evening shave tomorrow, that would be perfect. All right. So that was with the Mongoose using the Slim. And this is a batch 2. This is a Feather Pro that I have in it. Not sure how many times I used it, but I know it can't be that many times. It was just a blade that I pulled out of the pack before I sent the razor off for Mike to try. I grabbed a couple blades out that I knew would last me a while, because they do last a while, in case I wanted to use my Feather Artist Club non-folding commissary. I'd have a couple blades on hand that would be plenty. So, very nice shave, and I gotta say, this right here, no irritation, no discomfort. Skin feels plenty soft. You guys saw the lather. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse my face real quick and pull it out. I'll be right back. All right, guys. I'm back, and here is the brush. Here, some of the. Make sure I don't have a lot of moisture here on my hand. Wow. And look at that. Oh yeah. Brush is pretty much cleaned out. Nice, hydrated. And what I like to do, what I've started doing, I can feel the richness of it, but what I've tried to do is at least roll it in my hand for a moment, just to let you see, you know, it's not a tallow, so it has some bubbling to it, but it's still pretty tight. Has a lot of moisture in it, because I like moisture in my lather. But it feels rich. I mean, you can, when you're touching it and squeezing it, you can tell that there's some, and that's what I like my lather to be able to do. I want it to droop a little, but I want it to droop with just a rich density, and that's what this has. So that is very nice. Has plenty of body for it, considering how much moisture I put in it, and just, I mean, wonderful. To me, I think the slickness is fine. The richness of the lather is good. And I think what I saw online from the Boots website, you guys can check there too, is like this container is like 3 pounds. So I don't know, let's double it, even though I know it's not quite that right now. Let's say it's $6 USD. So $6 USD, 100 grams of soap, and smells fantastic and provides a great rich shave as far as I'm concerned. Um, but if you guys get a chance, check it out. If you have someone that you know you can get it through, or perhaps maybe even through the website themselves. I didn't check, but I'm assuming they might ship international. And for the price, I mean, outset the shipping. Get a few of these. Send some to your friends US. This stuff is really nice. Wow. I like it. All right. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Really happy because I'm sitting here just fondling my lather and it feels great. This really does feel good. All right. This is very nice. Very nice. So David G, I hope you enjoy that, since it was a unique, different type of product that's been put out on Video Journal. I know some folks have commented about this in typed out forums, but for me, this is the first time I've seen it out on a video. And again, perhaps Paul H has it out there and I just didn't catch it. That was with the P8, the Mongoose. And again, it's kind of subdued because it's like Robert Bowling's and David's favorite color here. All it needs to have is some silver. All right, the boots for men. 100-gram shaving bowl of soap. Very nice. And I'll be finishing that off like I showed at the beginning with fine platinum. Again, thank you all, folks. I'll have out a couple more videos just because of some of the stuff I got from Mike over the next few days. One is a Japanese product, or at least Japanese in name. Might be made in Japan, imported to the UK maybe. Maybe that's how I got it. Oh, no. He said it was Australian product. Australian. That's why. Well, either way, I know there's a Japanese Asian influence there as well. So, an Australian soap, it looks like it's glycerin slash, like a mountain pork because it's clear. But it smells really good. It smells kind of like, it almost smells like a pomade that I have that kind of reminds me of like a peachy, citrusy type scent. Maybe like even something similar to like maybe the Soap Commander Inspiration Japanese grapefruit, which to me doesn't smell so much like an American grapefruit. It almost has more of like a peachy type scent to me anyway. And that's what this has. It has almost more like a peachy, to me, a peachy type scent. It's a Japanese soap made in Australia, or came from Australia. And of course, he's got one other product which people have done already. But I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm just saying that'll be last on the list since that's kind of already been touched on by a few people. But this other one, I haven't seen anyone do it. This one, not sure if anyone has, but if anyone has done it, I know Paul H has done it. I know I'm rambling right now, sorry. Have a great day, everybody. Until I see you next time, be blessed, enjoy your families. Thanks. Bye.